I don't like it when Chelsea fans sugarcoat the facts. Like what is telling us, Chelsea is a terrible team this season. We've been terrible this season. There is no way to sugarcoat it. Don't try to play because you're a Chelsea fan. I say it the way it is.
So for the game against City, is it down to the players or the coach?
Both.
Football has changed because you know why? Because now we have tip of the boot deciding an offside position. Does that even make sense?
But the truth is, United have been very, very terrible. If you have conceded 3 goals in more than 13 games this season, it shows that United are a very poor side.
Wow, whoever gave me the crystal ball last week, I have something for you, personal. It is one-on-one because that kind of crystal ball, I don't want to ever have it again. Out of 4 games, I couldn't predict one in the Champions League. And the game between Dortmund and Atletico Madrid, Barca, PSG, Man City, Madrid, and Bayern Munich, Arsenal, I didn't even get one. But there's one person who stole the show, despite everything, against all odds. The man that has made most transfers. When I mean transfer a lot on this particular show. Welcome to the show, guys. The show remains best of the best sports show right here on the land. My name is Ibukwan Luko, and as always, we are here to take you around the exciting, interesting, and beautiful world of sports. Yes, I've got the guys right here with me in the studio as always. The 3 musketeers, I call them, always firing on all cylinders and always hitting the bullseye any day, anytime. Farouk Adetola, the sport Lamba, the sport, sorry, Mamba. How you doing, Baba?
Yes, sir. At least I got 3/4.
Yeah.
4/4. 0/4. You play the football in your head. You rewind. You fast forward.
You know the best thing about life, man. When you say you don't yab yourself, not if you enter me again.
But I start with the show. IBK, me, okay. I'm not interested in this show today.
Yeah.
The only thing I want us to confirm is the transfer, and that transfer must be real.
We'll actually come to that. Roy, we'll finish. Yeah, we'll give him a stand ovation here. Izu, what's up? How you doing?
I'm good. At least I get 1/4.
Which one did you get?
The Madrid City.
No, I wasn't I was not the only one that said. I was not the only one that said City were going to go through.
It's only you. When you're home.
I was not the only.
No, he voted for Madrid.
This one is not only at the top.
The producer can play it
back.
Yeah,
he got.
I think the producer should just play it back. When he's editing, maybe our last predictions. I'm sure I was not the only one that.
You are the only one.
Now only you pick Man City to win. Now only you.
Anyways, Roy, senior man, please more clap for Roy.
Please give.
It was on the edge at some point that the prediction was going to go bad. And if there were to be cash out option, you'll have done that after that final whistle between Madrid and Man City. Okay,
so for me, I was so sure, with all due respect to Arsenal, I was so sure that Arsenal wasn't going to qualify.
Okay.
Because they had the opportunity in their home and they lost it. The moment they lost it, see, Bayern Arena is one tough place to play, no matter how crippled Bayern is in Champions League.
But they've lost there this season?
Yeah, they've lost this season. But when it comes to Champions League, like
Champions League.
Not in Champions League, they've been perfect. In the league, they've bottled it several times there. So I knew they were going to find it difficult to win in Bayern Arena. They would have done that in Emirates, but they lost it.
I think the unexpected one, to be honest,
was Madrid.
I think the one of Dortmund,
right?
And Atletico.
Now let me tell you why.
If anyone had gone for that, everyone would go for Atletico.
No, that's not true. I personally went for Dortmund, and I'll tell you
because after the first leg,
yes,
I remember very well that Roy was saying that with the number of chances. It was saying the number of chances that Dortmund had at the stadium of Atletico.
Exactly.
Wanda Metropolitano.
Yeah.
That was so sure that if they can replicate that in the second leg, and also the vociferous nature of the signal Park.
Exactly. Those were the two factors.
But Roy, do you know when I will respect you? If you can show me that you placed a bet on everything you predicted.
No, so after the show, I will show you.
Show me here, because in the end, it's more of you just being speculative, like you're not actually sure what it is.
It's not about
if you are saying
coming here, no, Farouk,
if you are saying one speculative,
it's coming here.
4 out of 4.
It's coming here to show assertion that he knew what he was saying. Now,
so what about you that got 0/4?
That's what I'm saying. That
okay, so IBK, the reason
did you place a bet on? Did you place a bet on?
The reason, well, I wouldn't want to say that on public, but the reason why I said,
why?
The reason why I said I will show you.
You don't do transfer for sure.
No. IBK, see, there are some things that are private, all right? So the reason why I said I would do that after the show is for confirmation, right? I will do that after the show, but not publicly. But I'm telling you for free that bet, I was so sure. The only problem I had, I will tell you for free, the only problem I had, I was a bit skeptical about the Man City Madrid, but I looked at the pedigree of Real Madrid and what they bring to the table when it comes to Champions League.
Yeah.
I realized that they have a chance to make it through.
No, Madrid will always have a chance.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So,
but you were so sure that they were going to go through.
Yes, I was so sure.
I think even in the group chat while the game was going on, I think he was the only person who kept repeatedly saying Madrid is going to qualify.
He kept
saying it, no matter how,
but
even in extra time, he kept reiterating that Madrid will go.
I made a scenario. I said that if there was a cash out option, because I was reading through the group and I saw that he folded at some point.
No.
The
only time I folded was when
90 minutes,
120 minutes actually. It was 120. Yeah, 120.
It was 120.
120
it was
minutes.
when we were about to start the penalty.
While during the extra time, all right, Caesar said something. Caesar was like, Madrid is going to bottle this, whatever. I said, Caesar, relax. Madrid will qualify. But when they got to penalty, I know that penalty can be anybody's game. At that point was when I folded. I said, well, 90 minutes is gone.
Okay,
so penalty will count.
I think we'll come back to
so,
that.
but you have to give my flowers first.
Talking about the transfer, we'll talk about that outside, this thing. Yeah, we'll talk about that.
So,
now,
like I have said before, I will say this one and I'll say it again. If you cannot do a transfer of 10,000 and you are saying you want to do 1 meter, Baba, we are all jokers here. Baba, do your transfer. We say you are going to do it on this show.
Farouk,
you are a pastor.
There was a twist.
You are a director.
Listen. 10K is the smallest thing.
I know you have to do it now.
There was a twist to it, and to be honest, I don't like when someone folds and you are trying to come all out again.
Twist.
It's part of it now because now
let's watch it.
If there was a bet, if there was a live bet, you would have probably told the person holding money that they should return the money to us.
There's no money for
that's what it did. That's what it practically did.
So that,
but it's fine. There was Dortmund against Atletico Madrid, Barca against PSG, Man City against Real Madrid, and Bayern Munich against Arsenal. The Dortmund Atletico Madrid finished 4-2 in favor of Atletico. Everyone predicted, like they said, I think myself and Izu predicted that Atletico will go through. Why For Dortmund, Roy and Farouk got that right. Quite surprising because I know Atletico for one thing. They were losing 2-0. Mm-hmm. They equalized 2-2. Mm-hmm. And a proper Atletico team would rather just set up a low block, to at least manage that game. How they considered 2 goals again was surprising to me.
Okay, so what happened was that if you had seen the first and foremost, let's start from here. Their season so far has been on and off.
Yeah.
It has been on and off this season. I don't know the reason. They would have bottled it in the quarterfinals. They actually escaped, round 16.
You're not getting the point I'm saying. Now, I'm making a point for the fact that we know Diego Simeone to be a coach that is traditional with low block. So why did he change the pattern?
I think it's that ridiculous jersey that they were wearing.
No, it's not. It has nothing to do with jersey.
That jersey.
Wait, you want to say something?
The personnel are different now. Back in the days, they had one Fran, Diego Godin. These are warriors that they understood exactly what they were doing every time, and the mentality and the style of play of Diego Simeone was clear to them as crystal. But now things have changed. Even the only goalkeeper that's been saving them now can't just do that anymore because how porous they have been at the back. They have considered 4 this season. They have considered 2. They've also scored so many goals.
When they lost this weekend.
And they also lost this weekend, but it goes to nothing. They cost the big man a very huge sum of money. But at the end of the day, they have cost themselves more than any other person because 2-1 ahead. And I also flashed back to look at the highlight of that game again, and I was like, it was just by luck.
Okay, so not excited. See, like I was trying to explain, their season has been on and off. Now in Spain, what's it called? Borussia Dortmund showed that goal gave them a lifeline. That late goal they scored gave them a lifeline, and they threw everything at Atletico. They would have qualified if they had given 5 extra minutes. Yeah. I saw what they did there. They were playing, their counter-attack was perfect. All right. Now, if you are playing in Signal Iduna Park, it's a very terrible, like a very big park to play with. I believe, I knew right from day one that Borussia Dortmund, if they replicate what they did in Spain, they were going to come out victorious.
Anyways, away from that, I think Dortmund showed that you can't just write off any team when it comes to the Champions, especially when it comes to the business aspect of the Champions League. Yeah. And Barcelona against PSG, straight up, is what I'll come to, because you are very analytical on this show. You've been very analytical, but now the game was dead and buried after Barca scored that first goal. The Rafinha goal, at home. Yeah. I'm sure everybody will have said, okay, maybe this is it. Then there was a twist to it. Now, I was explaining before I came on show that it was just a nudge on the player's shoulder from Ronald Araujo. And if it was back in the days, I don't think fouls like that would be given, because it was very, very soft. There was practically no obvious, when I mean counter, like the player trying to stop the attacker. So why did they end up giving Araujo a red card in that situation?
I think if you look at first of all, you said back in the days. Now the rules of football have changed with time. We're no longer in 2006.
There was a minimum.
If you look, the rule clearly states that if you are the last man and you impede somebody who is true on goal, you get a straight red card. That's the rule. Do you understand? And now, if it had happened in the box, there's the double whammy rule that says, okay, look, you get a penalty and then you get a yellow card, because you cannot have 2 extreme punishments at the same time. So at the end of the day, if Araujo wanted to do what he did, the most tactical thing you would have done there is
allow him get into the box.
Get into the box, risk the penalty, and maybe get a yellow card or whatever. But doing it outside the box is a clear red card. I understand that you would say it's soft, there's no a lot of contact and all of that. But then again, I find it funny when Barca fans complain about officiating, because when this tie was drawn, all of us kept throwing our minds back to the remontada. That 6-1 win, 2 ridiculous penalties were given, and the entire football world was moaning.
Does it make it right? That's the point.
It doesn't make it right.
Because I'm saying something is wrong, you can't be going back to what happened in the past. It doesn't make it right. That's the truth.
I just gave you the rule now. If you stop somebody who is through on goal,
just because of time, you are standing on the fact that
it's a red card.
Penalty.
Yes,
it's a red card.
It's a red card.
All right, let's move straight to Bayern Munich against Arsenal. Farouk, let me just come to you straight up in that one. At some point, it looks as if Arsenal were going to get a goal. You know, at some point, it looked really one-sided, especially in the first half. Arsenal were all over Bayern Munich, but they held their own. You know that this is a proper, traditional side. They knew what they were into, and they knew their time was going to come. And Kimmich, once again, showed why he remains the captain of the side, coming from nowhere to head the ball into the net. Farouk, would you have said maybe it was based on Arsenal's naivety, inexperience that got them, crash out in that manner?
I think if you put all of those factors together, we can see that's why they also lost out, because you were drawing from the first leg. Nothing was lost. There's nothing like away goals any longer. Take your time, manage the game, size up the opponent. But Arsenal were just too eager to get in front of Bayern Munich from the world. That was why you saw them running Elsa Skater in the first half. To me, they were not doing anything. They were not creating chances. They were just trying to get in the faces of Bayern Munich. But Bayern Munich knew they were at home. Their moment will come. They've got a lot of experience in that team. Manuel was ball playing from the back under no pressure. Yeah. Even though they were trying to force him in. Yeah. And Schweinsteiger, I said Joshua Kimmich and Jamal Musiala, the most talked about boy right about now. Was so cool, calm and collected. Yeah. Everything he was doing was straight to the point. And Bayern's, Germans as well, they have their moments. And when those moments came, it was flush after flush. And they created at the end of the day.
Was it unfair to the fact that Arsenal put in their all and You know,
football's all about. I don't like people saying it's unfair.
Somebody has to win. Somebody
has to win. Somebody had to. And by us now,
because
we're always too.
I think,
like you said,
their
patience.
No,
they did.
I think
they hit the bar. They struck the bar twice.
When you say Bayern didn't do, what else did they do?
I mean dominance play. You know,
look at the chances created. We shot on target. Arsenal didn't have any, except when the game was ending, and they were even in a rush to even take a free kick, which they could have executed quite well.
We have seen time again that possession does not win the games.
We need to agree. We need to agree as a football community that knocking the ball around for 90 minutes does not mean you deserve to win a football game. It comes down to moments and taking your chances.
I think there were some good plays, good transitional play. You can't just say they were knocking the ball around. Let's go straight to the one that we knew that was going to be, you know,
a nail biter.
A nail biter. One for everyone. You can't miss games like that. Man City and Madrid, they gave us a blockbuster of a game. You said that at the Etihad, if there's any team that will go to the Etihad to get something out of it, is Real Madrid. You're quite right, and I applaud you for that. But the manner at which Madrid came in, you know, everyone knew that it was going to be a low block, but I didn't know that it would be that bad. You know.
Okay.
Come on.
How is it bad? If you are going to a war,
honestly, now who is being disrespectful? Because they're always accusing me of disrespecting teams.
Yeah, no.
And when you say it sometimes,
wasn't it a bad?
When it's not. It's not.
Wait. Let's be clear. Who is bad? Is it Madrid or City?
I mean, the low block is
like Madrid playing a low block is bad.
Sportsmanlike.
It's not sportsmanlike.
IBK, if you are planning a war as a war general, you must have a game plan. If you go to a war without a game plan, you will lose the war. That's the truth. And Ancelotti is experienced. He's an experienced coach. He has won this Champions League several times, like 2 times, 3 times, even as a footballer and as a coach. Do you understand? He understands that City plays a high tempo game, a counter-attacking football, and all of that. The possession. He considered possession for what's it called, Man City. You're playing in Etihad. You can't play as a man-to-man with City. They will dominate you and they will mess you up. That was what the mistake they did last year. And before you know it, they happened. They dropped 4-1. Do you understand what I'm saying? So he saw that you cannot play that kind of game with Man City. And the only way to frustrate Man City or Pep's team naturally is when you play a low block. Chelsea did it in 2012 and it worked. Do you understand what I'm saying? Barca was all over Chelsea, but they couldn't get through. The same thing, the same tactics. Madrid realized that if they play a high pitch football with highline football with Man City, they will lose that match. So they came with an alternative plan.
Perfect game plan.
Just cutting. I don't appreciate when people say defending is bad. Madrid are not a natural defending side.
That was anti-football.
But a particular game, they
have
a
cannot say
tactics.
it's an anti-football.
And football is two. The offense and the defense. And we all say it here all the time that attack win you games, but defense will end winning championship. How can you dominate a person for 120 minutes and end up not winning? First and foremost, Madrid were the better side for the first 15 minutes of that match. Yeah. They were all over City, knocking the ball around conveniently. They got what they had to do, and they changed their formation in the end. But having said that, I want us to respect a team that was able to run for 90 minutes, defended well, and they allowed Chelsea, they allowed City any clear-cut chance on their goal. No, and you are saying it was bad.
In addition to that, Rudiger, you have to give.
How is it bad?
No problem.
Haaland didn't have a single shot on target.
The only problem here is that Madrid, City and Barcelona are out, and their brother and sister.
You know the funny thing. I find it very funny that the entire football world is frowning at, because anytime you see teams, like especially when big teams decide to defend, people seem to forget that defending is a part of the game as well. In as much as you want to attack, you want to knock the ball around, your ability off the ball. And why I'm saying that is, IBK was one of the people who applauded Arsenal for how they went about their business against City to get that draw when they played 0-0.
But it wasn't low block.
But Arsenal defended for their lives.
But it wasn't low block. But anyways, I think Farouk,
for their lives.
We'll talk about
maybe
if
Barca don't play low block.
We don't have much time. We'll talk about this on beat trendy and maybe approach to the game. Is it? Are we beginning to lose football entertainment? I think we'll talk about that on Be Trendy. Football, are we beginning to lose its entertainment? Because in the end, you can't have a team sit back and they don't even want the ball. That's how terrible that game was. Anyway, so away from that, now a quick one, guys. I'll throw you guys under the bus immediately. Then we'll go to this weekend review games. Farouk, let me start with you. After what happened in the quarterfinals, who wins, in your own view, who do you think is going to the finals?
I think Bayern and PSG. A repeat of what we saw in 2021.
Bayern, PSG.
Yep.
What about you? Quick one.
See, if you allow Madrid get to semi-finals, they will win that Champions League.
They were there last year. They don't win.
That's what I'm saying. So right now, my money is on Madrid. They win this Champions League.
So you think Bayern cannot stop them?
Bayern cannot.
What about you?
I think the final will be PSG Madrid.
PSG Madrid.
Yes, PSG Madrid final. And Bayern, what's it called? Real Madrid will win.
What if Kylian Mbappe wins it for PSG? Is he going to stay?
I said on the group chat already.
So the truth is
he going to stay?
I'm going to say, I will tell you, see, if you properly watch PSG team, you will see that they really do not have the substance. They really do not have the depth, the experience to actually win this competition. Do you understand what I'm saying? Ancelotti has players that have been there, done that. Modric, they know what it takes to win this competition. That is proper Madrid. The 15th trophy is coming back to.
But anyways,
a Chelsea fan who beat Madrid in the semi-finals without the most experienced of players and went on to win it.
Thank you very much.
Why are we discounting PSG now? If we just did it 3 years ago.
Izu, don't worry. Just there's one thing about when you get a prediction right, it makes you think. It makes you think you're on top of the world. You're the best team. It makes you think you are the best.
After sliced bread.
So just let him continue in his delulu, so he can solulu to us. Better delulu. But anyways, let's move straight to the weekend games. Okay, away from the Champions League, away from the big boys league, the men's league. Moving. Men, I don't call Chelsea and Man U. Now let's go to the bread and butter of football itself, the weekend games. And we had, let's start off with the FA Cup games, the semi-finals. And Izo, let me start off with you. Chelsea against Man City.
Hey.
Man City played 120 minutes. When I mean 120 minutes, energy zapping, energy draining game. And they still went ahead to beat Chelsea, who they even rested more than God on the 7th day. And they still lost. I don't know. Are we seeing a Chelsea side that they don't really, there's no zeal to fight for anything?
There's just one answer to that. I'm sorry, Mr. Jackson.
Okay, you're taking that?
I'm sorry, Mr. Jackson. That's just the answer.
Okay, so what happened in the game, and do you think some players needs to leave Chelsea?
I don't think it's a desire of people not wanting to win. I believe that, and I know everybody will say he's Mr. Pochout and all of that, but I generally believe that teams are a reflection of the managers. You carry on what your manager wants to the pitch. Now, in as much as the coach cannot help you put the ball in the back of the net, that one is completely Jackson's fault. He should have taken those chances, because we go 2-0 up and City are out. They didn't exactly have the legs to make a comeback.
It was obvious that they were tired.
It was very obvious, because I saw John Stones chase Nicolas Jackson in the first half, and as soon as the ball was cleared, this guy just bent down and was just breathing very funny.
Yeah,
you could tell that he was tired. Now, as soon as I saw that, I felt like, okay, yes, we've missed a couple of chances, but we're still in the game. We're favorites to win it. Until they did their whole nonsense, and then we considered for Bernardo Silva goal, and I just knew, okay, it's over. We're not winning it again. And I remember I started by saying teams are a reflection of their managers. We have a coach who, look, I don't even have.
You can't be
the truth is, I don't like it when Chelsea fans sugarcoat the facts. Like, what is telling us, Chelsea is a terrible team this season. We've been terrible this season. There is no way to sugarcoat it. Don't try to play because you're a Chelsea fan. I say it the way it is.
So for the game against City, is it down to the players or the coach?
Both. They both share the responsibility.
Let's leave it at that. Now, let's go to the most surprising game of the weekend. Against a team that is 8th in the championship. And we had Man United. It was a dead and buried game. At some point, the odds for Coventry to come back was about 150 odds.
I tell you.
And in the end, they came back.
And almost won it.
In fact, they scored the fourth goal, which I think was quite controversial.
Exactly.
I feel that was a goal.
Why do you like to spring things all around?
Hold on.
You are defending Barcelona, but now you are saying
Hold on.
was clearly an offside.
How was that?
Was it
How
offside?
was that a clear offside?
It was.
See, someone was saying
When
that.
we were celebrating, I said at home that this is an offside.
Football has changed because you know why? Because now we have tip of the boot deciding an offside position.
Was that
does that even make sense?
It was. That was what.
Does that make sense? Tip of the boot deciding an offside position. At times it's air on the armpits.
We'll get to Barcelona and Real Madrid again.
No, now the fact is, I felt that maybe, and I like the fact that they said they won't change the rules next season. Mm-hmm. They will use the FIFA goal line rules for offside.
That's the augmented reality.
Yes, and that one will help because that one gives more ticker lines.
Yeah.
So if there are ticker lines, the issue of having tip of the boot being offside will cancel out. Because in the end, it is unfair. Because you cannot tell me that button on the shirt, the button on the shirt where I put, or because my shirt come out like this. Now
next time hold up, you won't run.
Or because you don't iron the gator of your jersey, the gator come out, you say now you will be offside. So I think for me, Farouk, now let's come to you. Is it down to the fact that it was more of absolute complacency from Man United players, or you just think that this Coventry team are actually a very good side?
It's not about them being a very good side. You can't be a very good side and wanting to win to go 3 goals down in 70 minutes. It is a reflection of what United season have been. No matter how much United are taking a lead.
So are you sad?
I'm not excited. I'm not excited to see.
Be audible.
Okay, we'll get to you very soon. But the truth is, United have been very, very terrible. If you have conceded 3 goals in more than 13 games this season, it shows that United are a very poor side.
Like
tactically, more than 500 shots in the whole season. They want to kill.
You know the funny thing, Onana equaled the record of Lionel Messi in 2015 at 73 goals.
There's still 1 goal left.
What?
You go?
No.
This weekend, like go see Holland.
He equaled the record. This
with Coventry this weekend.
No,
not yet.
Young man, he equaled the 70.
There was 4 goals left for 59.
But Farouk, now let me just come to Roy. Quick one. There's no time again.
Yeah.
Ten Hag is in another finals. He was there last season in the Carabao Cup. He's in another finals.
Yeah.
Would you say he's been after Jose Mourinho, or not even only Jose Mourinho? Maybe since Ferguson left.
Yeah.
Would you say he's been the second best manager for Man United after Jose Mourinho?
Yes, of course.
I don't agree.
Bala Jesus.
No, who?
If he wins the FA,
he cannot win it.
It's not.
If he wins, don't forget he was in the final last season.
That's what I'm trying to say.
The truth is,
he has brought Man U to FA final back to back.
To back.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
And he won the Carabao Cup last season.
And he won the Carabao Cup last season, making him the only coach in Man U after Jose Mourinho to bring them to 3 finals. Ole never did it. What's his name? Louis van Gaal never did it. Moyes never did it. The one that plays Gengen Pressing, the caretaker manager.
Ragnick.
Ragnick never did it.
He only played 2 finals.
How do you compare? How do you when you are doing a KPI? How do you measure someone's key performance index?
Yes,
you realize that in the end, you realize that Ten Hag
results based.
Of course, result based.
He has
not
performed.
Exactly. That's the truth.
Anyways, away from that.
Wait, I want to ask one question.
Quick one.
You are Sir Jimmy Radcliffe now. After that abomination you witnessed over the weekend.
Yes.
Let him discipline himself.
Let me answer him. I'll be very brief.
You applaud Ten Hag.
I'll be very brief.
We applaud KPI and all of that. We applaud Ten Hag.
Let me tell you, we have seen the same Ten Hag carry Ajax team back to back 3 times.
You keep on going to Holland and Ajax.
No.
This is England. Wake up, boy. This is 2024.
I'll put them on the spot.
Don't take us
Roy,
back.
Don't worry. I'll put them on the spot. Farouk, quick one. I want to ask you guys before I move to the next one. Result oriented or performance oriented?
Performance any time.
Performance. Result or performance?
Results anytime.
Result or performance?
I'm on performance.
So why were you guys going for the fact that what's their name? Madrid were so particular about the results?
I'm asking you a simple question now.
Which result that they defended?
Birmingham got the better of Arsenal in Carabao Cup or Carling Cup back then. They never played in the Champions League, never played in the Europa League. Even when they won there, they were beaten almost immediately. See, it's not about getting the cup. Everybody can win once in a while.
Hold on.
It's about how did you get there?
If you say a team that plays this bad as Man United and you guarantee of winning 2 major trophies,
it's not possible.
Will you take
IBK, it's not possible.
But we sat here and all agree. We sat here. No, wait. IBK.
It's not possible. It's not possible and it's in 3 finals.
IBK.
Yes, now.
IBK. Hold on.
Last year.
IBK.
No, it's not possible and he has already been to 3 finals.
IBK.
So what point are you making?
IBK.
Please,
I'm forgetting that
away from that.
Last season he was carried by a Rashford purple patch.
Away from I don't even.
This is now. I don't even know how he got to the final.
Away from that.
I have no idea.
Away from the congratulations to Man United. After big surprise from Coventry,
we are leading 3 goals to nothing. 70 minutes, 3-1, 90 minutes, 3-3, and you are telling me an embarrassment of a performance.
Please, to our viewers, please don't mind Farouk. For me, I think Ten Hag should be given a contract extension, maybe 5 years, maybe 7 years. They gave Casemiro. They gave a Casemiro with walking stick
with this
5 years.
We have poor penalty.
So, anyways, let's move away from that. It's going to be Man City against Man United in the finals of the FA Cup this year, and not a back-to-back Manchester derby. I think last time that happened was about, I think they said 1970 something, and
I think it's the first time it's happened. That's 2 teams that made a previous final. We get the same final.
Is it the first time? According to the commentator, I think it was saying it's happening for. But we'll confirm that. Anyways, congratulations to both sides. Man United can clinch it. Like Mourinho will always say, when you're in the finals, don't underrate anything because there was a reason they found themselves in that final. And I want to congratulate the guys once again for a fantastic show all through the FA Cup. Even in the semi-finals for Man United, they showed tenacity against Coventry and they came out tops in that one. We had Madrid against Barca this weekend. Quite not so interesting El Clasico.
It was
interesting.
It was very interesting.
End-to-end football.
So
very interesting.
So the high point of the El Clasico this weekend was the fact that La Liga never had a goal line technology. Okay. So I read a piece about Tabarez as the president of the Spanish FA, and they said that he said the price of goal line technology is too much. It's on the high side. It's about millions of dollars. And Tasegen came out to say that these people spend so much on other things concerning football, trying to bring in new tournaments, trying to do all these ones, getting sponsors and the rest, but the things that are important, they neglect it. Do you think what happened in that Clasico, does it deserve an FA president resigning? Because the Spanish league should be in the top 2 league in the world. Not having a goal line technology is quite shameful, Izu.
Maybe he wants to leave it to the discretion of the refs now. You know whether the ref now with the sittings.
Okay, so
no, with the technology available, that's what
so let me say, for you to call for someone's resignation is very funny. First and foremost, wait, let's agree. No, wait. No. IBK is just being emotional.
No.
IBK is so emotional.
The guy has been a terrible.
No. Let me explain.
Go and check. His record is terrible.
No, see, IBK. As much as we all agree that technology should come into football to actually aid in all of this, I don't see the reason why goal line technology shouldn't be in Spain, because if you look at their TV rights, they gather as much as $1 billion in TV rights shared amongst clubs. You understand what I'm saying? So if they really want to take it as priority, they would have actually invested in it. I just think
you can even get a sponsor for the goal line technology. This thing, you can get someone that.
Yeah, I think you are right. I think in Italy, Calcio did it in Italy for Serie A.
It's not hard.
So you can actually get a sponsor to actually do that for Spanish league. However, from the physical eyes, the goal that actually led to the whole controversy, goal technology, when you look at it from every angle you look at it,
it didn't cross the line.
Really? It didn't cross the line.
Really?
I'm telling you,
IBK, no. The truth is, there is a rule again as regards that. The rule of that goal line technology states that the ball has to be 50% across the line for it to be a goal.
No, in fact, all the ball now must
100% of the ball must cross the line.
Oh, 100% now.
Yes.
But
You cannot be to the outside.
Once there is a point outside,
to play out argument, that's the point.
The
Why
truth is, we cannot apply that rule.
Thank you.
We don't have VAR.
Thank you.
Goal line technology.
Yes.
And I will say it's a cake. It's an embarrassment to Spanish football. That at this age and time, they don't have that kind of technology to clear simple issues like this.
We don't have it.
But I will say that.
I will say that.
To me, honestly, at first, I felt it could have crossed or not. But when I watch some other angles, and when you see a goalkeeper, I'm going to be fair here. His whole body was inside the post. And almost all of his hand too. He crossed the line at the point in time. And for us to eradicate all doubts and not say this happened or this did not happen, there is need for us to have VAR. I mean, a goal line technology. If they can have it,
they were trying to look at the angles.
If they can have it,
but my question is this:
if you don't have
eye view,
yes, if you don't have,
my question is this:
use a drone or something. At least you have an idea of whether the ball crossed the line, whether it is.
IBK,
you get
it depends on where the goalkeeper is and how the.
Sorry, I want
if they don't get the money, make a station drone for the two.
You might not even see if the goalkeeper is also blocking the view of the ball. So
this is my question.
You might not see. The only thing they can do that.
No, wait. Farouk.
Maybe they don't get back. They don't get back for good technology.
Farouk,
anyways, away from that.
Just one small question.
We don't have
in Champions League. Just one small question. In Champions League in Spain, if this had happened in Champions League, what would have happened?
They have VAR in Spain now.
No,
Champions
they have
League.
goal line.
They have VAR in
They
Spanish
also have
League.
goal line. Also,
they have goal line
Champions
technology
League.
in Champions League.
Okay.
Yes, they have goal line technology. Okay, away from Madrid against Barca, I think
No,
I always
we
said.
have not talked about that match itself.
11
point between.
That's what I'm saying. I already said it here before that.
Let's congratulate Madrid for winning.
Madrid are like a bride that is just waiting to get married. The trophy is theirs already.
Because we only make
just
it
a
look
matter of time.
No.
How?
We're asking for this season or generally?
This season.
Okay.
It's not
Because we only played that scenario as if it was all controversy.
They just need to.
What about the moment of? What about the moment of Jude Bellingham? No, come on.
Anyways, away from that, Wolves against Arsenal. Arsenal are back in winning ways again, and this title race. This one, I'll let me know my last two. Now, survival of the fittest, better one. And Fulham against Liverpool, despite not starting Salah and Darwin Núñez, Liverpool won that 3-1. Another statement victory from Arsenal and Liverpool. Arsenal now on top of the Premier League table because Man City have got one game in hand. Why? There'll be midweek games this week. Let's quickly preview midweek games. There'll be the Milan Derby. Is there really anything to show for the Milan Derby? I think Inter Milan too are champions, waiting.
In waiting.
Yes.
So Inter Milan, in my own, I think they've won the distance already.
I need them to win it.
No, so I think this derby will actually determine what is going to happen in the next 3 more matches. Once they win this derby, it's done and dusted.
How many points already between them? Over 12 points.
Yeah, over 12 points.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. This is cementing it.
15. That's see, whatever happens here, there's no catching Inter Milan.
But I'm saying there's nothing sweeter than lifting the trophy because you dagger your...
Okay, there is Everton against Liverpool and Arsenal against Chelsea. Let's quickly talk about Everton against Liverpool. I've always said that if we are talking about some very, very one-sided derby, below par derby, I think it has to be Everton against Liverpool.
If you say one-sided, I agree. But it's never been low par. The quality of football, the aggression, the red cards, the penalties, the fierce rivalry between them.
But for me,
I still feel that Everton have got a mission.
No, they don't.
And they do. They are trying to avoid the drop. And when they are playing at home, they defend their home with their lives.
Which Everton are you talking about? This same Everton Chelsea one looked for 6-6.
That was away from home.
6-0.
That was away from home.
But they won
the last match convincingly.
That was a terrible show. Even Nottingham Forest, they had to make it. Did you see that tweet
about the PGMOL?
Yeah, that referee.
They should have had 3
that referee should be banned
should have been
for life. It seems that referee.
One thing about England is that you see the same thing happen now. They call it, and the same thing will happen the next match.
So
they will not call it.
Quick one: Everton against Liverpool, who wins?
Liverpool to win.
Liverpool to win.
Who wins?
Honestly, I think it'll be a draw.
A draw. So let's go straight to the one we've been waiting for: Arsenal against Chelsea. Arsenal are in quite a formidable form right about now, playing at home against Chelsea.
Yeah.
Now Chelsea will know that Arsenal's fate is
hanging on a balance.
It's hanging on a balance, and it's obviously in their hands as well. Is it time for Chelsea to make a statement victory against Arsenal?
We don't need to make statement. I've told you before this. We are beating them.
So you are very sure of that win?
Yeah, you see Arsenal. Now sand won't pack put for their mouth.
What about you?
You see, over time, Chelsea has actually decided the league.
We did that story. I've said this story.
Calm down.
You see the little flex.
Calm down. Do you understand?
I've been saying this
we
story.
Did that favor to Leicester City.
Yeah.
You understand? We did it again for this same
You
Man
guys
U.
have enough quality to beat
We did it
Arsenal.
again for this same Man U.
You guys have enough quality to beat
So of
Arsenal.
course we do. If you look at our history with big 6 teams this season, it has been in our favor somehow.
But Arsenal don't beat you this season already.
Where they beat us?
Where?
For your stadium.
Where be that?
Where
be
How?
that? Which stadium?
How?
Which
So
stadium?
do you
I think it
understand?
was a draw.
It was a draw
When
now.
Sanchez make them
Where be saying that Sanchez we almost beat them now. Sanchez made it.
So
made
are
it
you saying Chelsea will win this?
Of course.
Okay.
The best
Farouk,
Arsenal can get out of this team is a draw.
Bata we draw.
like
Well,
say the
from a sane
drop your own.
from a sane analyst.
I don't like. I take exception.
Who understand what has happened all through the season? For a team that have not moved beyond 9 for over 2 years, playing against a team that wants to win the league, the point difference is like heaven and heart. The goal difference between them is like heaven and heart. I'm saying it today, tomorrow, next tomorrow, and twice
On a public
holiday. And also put this on notice by the producer. Arsenal will not only beat Chelsea.
They will up Chelsea.
Thank you very much.
I beg.
No, it's okay. This record, don't fold.
I want to make a statement
now. Nobody fold.
I might have lost 4-0 during the championship.
No, I might.
But
No, don't say I lost.
But there's what I call remontada, the greatest comeback I'll ever make. And I want to make that statement now.
Okay.
I am very, very sure that Arsenal are going to beat Chelsea.
Okay.
When I mean beat, a statement victory.
Statement victory.
Yeah,
Statement victory.
at the Emirates Stadium.
All right.
Go and write it down. Twice on a public holiday and 3 times on
Sunday.
Sunday. How did you listen? Oh, I mean, for our viewers, they always catch cruise. So everybody, you are going for Arsenal to win Chelsea.
Yeah.
Being a fan, anyways.
It's not about being a fan. I just gave you records.
That's why you are saying this.
I gave you records. I gave you history.
No worries.
No. Wait. ITK. I gave you history. And I gave you records.
But there are some games that don't need history, to be honest. Just save that history for your postgraduate course.
History will not try
Okay.
All right, guys. It was a very interesting show.
Yeah.
Any last word from you, Farouk?
Well, it's been fun hanging out with you guys again this week. A lovely show we have put together for the fans. Always supporting, always watching, keep watching, and also make sure you engage our comment section with likes and also whatever you want us to include or perhaps question or what have you on the program. For Arsenal fans, don't worry. You might have lost, over the weekend against Aston Villa. That was 2 weeks ago. But Chelsea go chopper.
Roy, any last word from you?
On Monday, when next we are recording, I will remind Farouk this. When it comes to Chelsea, they've been a terrible team this season.
Everybody does fake transfer.
If there is a game,
you won't do.
No. If there is a game, I am so sure that Chelsea will not lose. It is this game against
Please,
Arsenal.
will win. Put something on it.
Let's be very clear. Say Chelsea will not lose.
Arsenal will win. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
So what about you?
Well, if I've heard from him, I want to just, every game did not give Madrid their flowers. I want to just say congratulations to Madrid for, going past Barcelona and lifting the what's La Liga called? La Liga,
Yeah.
For the second time in how many years? Big ups to them.
But before we go, anyways, we are hearing that Zidane might be interested in Man United job.
Nothing is
As a
interesting
Man U
about
fan, would you want Zidane?
He's a great coach. 3 times Champions League back-to-back winner. Honestly.
But like Zidane, they run for.
You know what you go chop am now.
Zidane no lose guard.
No sane manager will go to Man U right now.
No sane
Zidane
manager.
no guard.
Say if you want to rubbish your career, just go to Man U.
All right, guys, it's been a fantastic show right here on the Best of the Best Sports Show. And what you have to do is subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can see it right there on your screen and follow up with all our episodes. The videos are out there. crunch analysis, banters, everything you want when it comes to the world of football and sport in general. Roy always dishing out the statistics and also if I one of the best punters you have on this show. And also Izu, statistician, always against any coach. You just lose first. You go hear him from Izu. Why Farouk, the Lamba himself, always giving us the Lamba. Anyways, guys, that'll show you what best of the best sports show I've got for you every week on each episode. My name is Ibukun Aluko, and I wish you the best of the best in everything you do, your work and everything in general. Have a good health and see you next week. Bye-bye for now.